Hi, this is Taryn Kalina, and I am working on the role play assignment number 2. This assignment has 3 different cases. First, we'll talk about the most important aspects of the buyer's business, and then I'll also go what inferior the ability to identify the buyer's biggest concerns, and third, the techniques used to understand the buyers and what I'll have to do and what kind of problems there were in that case. So, with case 1, it talks about the Spear One Productions. This company is a party planning company, and I would believe the 3 major aspects of this company is relationships, partner, and signage, and then charitable nonprofit organizations. The goal is to help the clients in growing relationships with their clients. Creating a partnership with these clients is important because Spear One Productions need marketing programs that will most impact these customers. So they'll work closely with advertising agencies to create anything from a small little napkin with a sign on it to a huge poster that's posted up on the walls or in windows. For the second question, the buyer would have trouble understanding the marketing terms that are presented during the conversation. This also would add to the third question about the techniques of the seller. From the buying standpoint, they would notice that the seller is being mysterious but not explaining certain terms unless the buyer asks for them. They might also need to be looking down or not really looking eye to eye, kind of looking around, maybe have their arms crossed because they don't want to know what's going on or they're not interested anymore. So going further with the third question, the buyer might start to ask more questions regarding the functions of the business. They also might not be giving their full attention, so they'll have to try to draw back the attention of the buyer. Case 2 is McLean Properties Real Estate. The 3 most important aspects of the buyer's business would be the local traffic, site plans, and geodemographics. First, location traffic would be anything from how many people walk around in that area. Is the location good for an actual, say, like a convenience store? Is it an easy place for people to pull over and get stuff? Is it a location that people are probably going to need gas or need a slight snack, stuff like that, and what type of people are going to be visited, the types of services, stuff like that. Second would be the site plans, and that would be like the layout of the actual building of the business. So it could be anything from a shopping center to a dentist office. So like a shopping center, you don't know, do you want the shoes in the front or do you want the clothes in the front of the store? And as well as like a dentist office, you walk in, you want the reception desk easy located so people aren't confused and they want to feel welcome. And then lastly is the geodemographics, and this would be like the types of people that are living in the area. So are they single? Are they married? How much are they making? Are they male, female, stuff like that, so that when you open a company in a certain area, you want to know that your business's services are needed. There's also, for the second question, a concern that the seller might have to analyze the buyers in a high proud energy that might cause the seller and buyer to feel kind of overshadowed. Again, the marketing terms might be hard for the buyer to understand, which could make them shut down or stop listening or not wanting to pay attention. So the seller might also analyze the buyer's physical actions and figure out exactly how to go about the conversation after that. The third case, the 3 most important aspects of the total of it would be the solid waste and biodegradation, methane gas, and margins in the turnover. So first would be the solid waste and biodegradation, which is how the garbage is decomposed at dumps, which is very important. You don't want to just keep ruining the earth and making it dirty. So you want to figure out how the products are decomposed, or if it's just going to pile up for years and years and years and it's going to go nowhere. Second is the methane gas, which is harmful to the earth, which causes the greenhouse effect. So yet again, like the first area, you want to make sure that everything is good to the world, or at least not as bad effects. And lastly is the margin. So from the business side, it would be how much money do you make per sale and the turnover of how fast the products are selling. And for the second question, the buyer is coming off very ignorant, which would be hard for the seller to understand if the buyer knows all of the jargons used. The seller could also help the situation by explaining the jargons in a very laid back way so that the buyer does not feel like they're having to have things explained to them, but also you want it to be where you're secretly telling them what it is, but not making them feel like they're not smart enough to be in the conversation. Kind of like all three of these cases, it's all about focusing on the buyer and making all of the products to what the buyer is wanting. Because out of all of it, you just want to sell your product and make them happy.